I remember the morning it all changed. I woke up with a heaviness in my chest like I'd been carrying someone else's life all night. I looked at myself in the mirror, and the face looking back felt familiar and foreign at the same time. Somewhere along the road I'd been taught to accept smallness, to be careful, to shrink, and I'd listened. Until that day when I decided no more. Listen, this isn't a pep talk. This is a confession. It's the confession of someone who learned the hard way that success isn't about talent, luck, or perfect timing. It's about the one thing most of us never learn to use properly. Our mind. Here's the first truth I had to face. My mind wasn't neutral. It was a magnet. Not for what I wanted, but for what I believed. I learned that the hard way. When I told myself, I'll never be enough, the world obligingly proved it. Compliments felt false. Opportunities slipped through my fingers. I started to expect rejection and, surprise, rejection showed up. The magnet wasn't broken. I had set it to the wrong polarity. The secret most schools won't teach you. Your mind obeys repetition more than truth. It will take the story you replay every day and make it reality. So the first real change I made was simple and brutal. I reprogrammed the magnet. Every morning, I spoke 3 sentences out loud, not whispers, not wishful thinking, but a command. I am growing stronger every day. My mind is working for me. I attract what serves my peace and purpose. I said them until my mouth believed them, until my brain had no choice but to follow. But words alone weren't enough. Saying them is the easy part. The real work was training my mind like a fighter trains their body. If you leave your mind untrained, it will be trained by fear, by past pain, by every loud opinion that crosses your feed. It will teach you to be a victim unless you become the teacher. So I started training. 5 minutes of visualization each morning. I would see the moment that used to break me. Speaking in front of people, a tense conversation, a test, and I pictured myself calm, steady, breathing slow, clear. The brain doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a vividly rehearsed one. Practice calm in the rehearsal room and calm will show up on the stage. When panic hits, I use my breath like a weapon. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 6. 2 minutes. That's it. When your breath slows, your mind listens. When your breath races, your mind panics. Master the breath, and you master your reactions. And here's another rule I learned. Don't trust your first thought. The first thought is usually fear, old programming, or pain wearing a familiar mask. Train yourself to reject it and pick the second. Someone insults you. Your first impulse might be anger. Pause. Ask, is that thought helping me? Choose the thought that builds, not the one that burns. Next lesson. Guard what you feed the mind. I used to think I was relaxing when I scrolled for hours. I was not. I was eating little poisons, outrage, comparison, gossip, noise, and wondering why I felt anxious and empty. Your brain is what you feed it. Junk in, junk out. So I did a mental diet. For 1 week, I protected the first hour of my day like it was sacred. No phone, no news, no notifications. I read 1 page of a good book. I wrote 1 sentence of gratitude. I sat in 5 minutes of silence. The difference was almost immediate. My mornings set my mood. Your first hour is your mental immune system. Protect it, then I attack distraction. Focus is the currency of creation. I stopped fooling myself with multitasking, that illusion that you're doing more. The truth? Every switch costs you depth. So I learned the 45-15 rule. 45 minutes of ruthless focus, 15 minutes to breathe. In those 45 minutes, my phone stays in a drawer. Tabs are closed. The world can scream all at once. I'm building my life. I started taking the smallest actions to prove a new identity. Because you can repeat affirmations until you're blue, but your brain only believes what it sees. Want to be a writer? Write 5 sentences a day. Want to be someone who keeps promises to themselves? Keep one promise today, no matter how small. Each tiny action is a vote for the person you are becoming. We are all living inside a story we didn't fully choose. I used to be the guy who always gave up. That label trapped me. So I named it. I wrote it down. I am the quitter. Then I asked, where did that come from? Whose voice keeps replaying? Once you trace the origin, you own the right to change it. I rewrote my story. The new line was short, specific, and evidence-based. I am the person who finishes what I start. Then I began collecting proof, one small finish at a time. There were days I slipped. Of course. Growth is messy. But I created a reset ritual. 2 minutes of silence, right where I fell, forgive myself out loud, take one corrective action. That reset saved me from spiraling. When you fall, the fastest way back up is a ritual that proves you're still in the game. Now, protect your power. This is the final guard. The world will try to pull you back. Notifications will scream. People will doubt you. Old stories will whisper like ghosts. So I made 6 simple defenses. 1. Protect mornings for 60 minutes. No noise, no scrolling. Point 2. When triggered, use the 3-sentence rule. This emotion is not me. I control my reaction. I've trained too hard to give away my peace. 3. Do one identity anchor action daily. Read 1 page, say your mantra, or move your body. Point 4. Set 1. No matter what. Standard. One thing you do every day regardless of mood. Point 5. Build a reset routine for slips. Short and simple. Point 6. Ask every night. Did I protect my mind today? That tiny question makes you honest, and honesty rewires you. Listen, this is not about being perfect. It's about refusing to hand your mind to 1,000 tiny robberies. It's about quiet discipline more than flashy trophies. When you protect your mornings, when you choose the second thought, when you refuse the junk, you begin to change, not in a rush, but in a way that sticks. So what will you do right now? Not tomorrow. Not when you feel like it. Right now, close your phone, take that breath, 4 in, for hold, 6 out, and say aloud one honest sentence. I will protect my mind today. Feel it. Not because I told you, but because you saw what happens when you don't. If you want to come along, subscribe. I'm building this life in public. The small rituals, the reset days, the brutal honesty. But more than that, if you stay, I'll keep giving you practical steps that don't require motivation, just discipline and repetition.